Hi, this is James Shug at Westpac London with the end of day report for Monday, the 26th of November. Well, it was a down day on equity markets today. The Catalan election results in Catalonia in Spain, which showed, I think it was 87 of the 135 seats going to parties that support either immediate separation or at least a referendum on Catalan secession from the rest of Spain. Those results are an added headache for Prime Minister Rajoy. Not only does he have to worry about the economy, which is in a multi-year recession now, and the bank bailout, should he seek a bailout from the EU partners, which would trigger ECB bond buying, he's now got to worry about the push for separatism. So I think markets kind of divided us whether or not this increases the prospect that he'll seek a bailout, or if it means it delays it even more, or if it has no impact. But certainly the markets didn't like the result, although it was not a real surprise, to be honest. EU finance ministers are still meeting to discuss the Greek bailout. This is the third meeting in November, and it's been going, I think, for about 5 hours now. Still no outcome, even though apparently only two technical details are yet to be resolved. The surprise today was Mark Carney, currently Bank of Canada governor. He's been announced as the next governor of the Bank of England to take over from Sir Mervyn King when he steps down 1st of July next year. So Mervyn King's just had a 10-year term. Carney was Bank of Canada governor will have been for 5 years. There's still an approval process to go, but the surprise, I suppose, was that the shortlist, although it did include him, he had previously suggested that he wouldn't actually be interested in the job. German consumer confidence, it fell in the latest survey. It's steepest fall since the middle of last year. In the US, the Dallas Fed Factory Index fell from 1.8 to minus 2.8. That's a November survey. It's inconsistent with weakness in other regional surveys. Hard to say if there's a superstorm impact in the Dallas Fed, but like there was in some of like the Philadelphia and New York Fed indices. But nevertheless, it's just becoming a consistent story. The Chicago Fed National Activity Index for October, which is kind of like a coincident index, it's based on 80 different data series, it fell from 0 to minus 0.56 in October. It's been decently positive just in January and February of this year, and since then either around 0 or sharply lower. So sort of kind of repeating the pattern of the last few years, where there's early year strength and then sort of weakness in the latter part of the year. That's about it for the news today. In terms of market numbers, just ahead of the close, the FTSE in London was down 0.75%. Actually, it fell even further when the Carney Bank of England governor news was announced, although that's not necessarily reflecting that. The French market down almost 1%. The Germans off 1/3%. Spain down 0.6% and Italy down 0.8% today. And the Dow, trading a full day for the first day since last Wednesday, currently down 0.8% at 12,904. In terms of commodity markets, mostly negative, just a small fall in the copper price of 0.1%. Gold's off 0.2% at $1,748 an ounce, and oil's down 1% at $87.37 a barrel. And the Aussie dollar, it's at 1.044 against the US dollar. It's drifted down a little bit from 1.046 earlier today, but losing a bit of momentum in line with the pickup in risk aversion today. So that's it. Still waiting to hear if Greece is going to get the money, well, I can't tell you. We'll have to wait and see later tonight, perhaps. Third time lucky, hopefully. I'll be back tomorrow.